Hey Siri, are you a flop?
That's something I don't know.
Of course you don't. What's going on, everyone? This is Dom, and today we're talking about HomePod. Yes, this is Apple's new smart speaker, and well, it might be kind of a flop. So stay with me here. This product had a lot of potential, in my opinion, when it was first announced and everything like that, but the one they actually shipped isn't exactly what you would expect of a smart speaker, even when you compare it to like the Amazon Echo or the Google Home or anything like that. It's kind of lacking some stuff. First off, one thing that is super annoying about the HomePod is the fact that it does not feature Bluetooth streaming whatsoever. So you can't actually connect any other device to this and stream music to it. You can only do it through AirPlay or Apple Music. And that's right, you're gonna need an Apple Music subscription to be able to use voice control to actually play music on this guy. Now, on top of all that, you're also going to need an iOS device to even set this thing up. Let me show you what I'm talking about. All right, so plugging this thing in here, we have this little glowing orb on the top. When this thing is ready to be set up, we can go ahead and put our iOS device by it. And we have this nice little HomePod animation that pulls up on the screen. And let's go ahead and set this up. And we're done. Already all set up. Basically, it is really easy to walk through, but the problem is, like I said, you're gonna need to have an iOS device to even be able to use this thing. Now, in my opinion, one of the biggest flaws here that didn't ship with the product that was actually originally announced with it is the ability to connect two of these suckers together, have them in different rooms, and have kind of like a Sonos experience going on because, well, it's a speaker, and at $349, I feel like that's something it should definitely be able to accomplish. But sadly, we don't have that at launch, and it's just coming in an update, later this year. But I'm really disappointed in the fact that we can't do this at launch. So I have to say, if there's one good thing, just one, that HomePod has going for it, is that it actually does sound pretty good. So let's go ahead and play something. So it's obviously hard to have that translate over a microphone to you, but I'm telling you, this thing actually sounds pretty awesome. One thing I did want to point out about the white version of the HomePod is just expect this thing to get dirty if you're touching it with your dirty hands, because it is white and it is fabric, and there's no way to remove that fabric or clean it or anything like that. And on top of this, both the HomePods have a fixed cable here, which means you cannot remove the power cable. It's just kind of stuck in there for good. Not necessarily a deal breaker, but it just seems like in 2018 we should have removable plugs. Now look, I'm not here to bash on the whole HomePod thing because I think it's actually cool that Apple finally has a speaker within its ecosystem. The problem is that it's too locked into its ecosystem. I guess we shouldn't expect any less from Apple, but I feel like there's quite a few things that even the competitors have that this thing is lacking. The good thing is it does have smart home control, especially if you're invested into the Apple HomeKit ecosystem. Well, actually, that's pretty much the only way that you're gonna get that. And it's like having Siri in your living room. And if you like Siri, well, that's gonna be a beneficial thing to you. But unfortunately, even a lot of the Siri features here are half-baked. Basically, as far as Siri is concerned, there's not a lot that it can actually do for you. I mean, it can't make phone calls, it can't look up recipes, it can't play something on your Apple TV. All of these things are things that other competitors can do in this space. And on top of all that, it can't even recognize different voices. So if you do set it up to have your phone connected to here and transmit all your data, if your phone's on the same Wi-Fi network, this guy will read out your text messages to anybody that asks. I personally think that maybe you should wait a little bit until this develops more over time before you go run out and pick one up, but it's a well-built product, exactly what you would expect from Apple. And the HomePod, I can't really argue with how it's constructed and everything like that, but I can say that if you want a full-featured smart speaker that can kind of do everything that you would expect it to do, right now, this is not one of those. It can do a lot, but it's still lacking in terms of what its competitors can do. But I don't know, let me know what you think about HomePod in the comments section below. And if you enjoyed this video and you want to see a full review, be sure to leave this video a thumbs up and subscribe for more like this in the future. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. This is Dom, and I'll catch you in the next video.